I stepped out of my front door in the sunshine. I've got over to the fields, grey clouds have come in, a really icy cold north wind has turned up, and I'm being hailed on. What a crappy start to the week. Welcome to Kology. And now, not 10 minutes later, that grey sky has disappeared over there in the distance. The hail has stopped, that freezing cold wind has dropped, and the sun's come out, and now it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous now, look at that. It's beautiful now. Oh, wasn't it like this for all of the walk? I'm heading home now. Ah well. I can't really moan. I got out, I've had some fresh air, so's the pug, who's behind me somewhere there. Oh, there he is, over there by a tree. Definitely an interesting start to Christmas week though. What a mix of weather. I can hear a lot of shouting. I think someone's dog's got into the sheep field. Bloody hell, if that's the case. People should realise if their dog goes onto that field, it's on private property, and if it damages any of the sheep, you are 100% culpable. You know, the electric fences are to keep the sheep in, not to keep dogs out. That's up to the owners. When you're walking past the sheep fields, well, you know, it's entirely down to you. And the other thing is, of course, if the sheep are pregnant at the moment, if they are terrified, that can cause them to abort. So there's all sorts of issues here. Well, sure enough, when I got to the sheep field, there's a guy in there, absolutely at his wit's end, running around trying to catch his dog, who's having the time of his life rounding up the sheep and running them from one end of the field to the other. And I felt really sorry for him, and at one point he shouted out, "Help! Help!" But there's nothing me and the other dog walkers. We've actually got dogs with us, so we can't take more dogs onto the field. So yeah, very difficult situation. What a rocket squirrel. And you, not interested at all? No hunting instinct at all, have you? I haven't got to worry about you and sheep. I'll still put you on a lead though. Still put you on a lead as I go past the sheep fields, just in case. Actually, it does remind me a little bit. Do you remember that viral video from a few years ago? Again, if those of you are overseas, you're not in the UK, you might not even have seen this video before, but it was a video with a guy whose dog decided he was going to chase all of the deer in one of the royal parks in London, and the dog was called Fenton, and the video went absolutely viral in the UK, absolutely viral. I'll include a clip of it here. Joking aside though, it's not a good situation, and I do feel genuinely sorry for that poor bloke who's probably exhausted now, having had to chase this dog for 3/4 of an hour. So yeah, or at least half an hour anyway. I've had an idea for this year's Yule Log. Not so long ago they took down an ash tree just around here that had ash dieback, and they piled up the little logs over here. Oh, they've all gone. The big one's still there, but all the little ones are gone. People have been taken around for their fires, haven't they? Buggers, there's nothing left here for me to take home as a Yule Log. And it was ash as well, which would have been really nice because oak and ash are the two traditional Yule Log woods. So that would have been perfect. Oh well, so it's continued. Well, I'm now heading home. I've been out walking for about 40-45 minutes, and the shouting has only just stopped, so I think he's actually caught the dog. But nevertheless, he's been running around that field for all the time that I've been out here walking, and possibly for some time before that, before I actually got over there. But yeah, lesson learned though. and I don't think any harm done. From what I could see, it was quite a small terrier, and I think it was more concerned with herding than it was damaging the sheep. But nevertheless, not so much fun for the sheep. The sheep are getting braver. They were pretty much hogging the hill on the other side of this field for a lot of the time, but they're actually getting quite close now. But as you can see, Harris is quite interested, but I've got his lead on, just in case. I don't think he'd do anything. He's got no hunting instinct at all, but you don't want to take the risk, do you? I could end up running around a field like that poor bloke the other day. Guess who forgot to bring his wind-protected microphone today? Hey ho, doesn't really matter. I am enjoying seeing all these sheep though. It's a big old flock, as I said previously, it's a big old flock he's got here. And it's nice to see the lonely tree isn't so lonely now. They're getting braver on this field too. They're spreading out quite a lot more, which is nice to see. They're not just huddling in one corner as far away as they can possibly be from any footpaths. They're actually coming right up to the fence now. How lovely. And a few of them do look quite bulky. I think we might have a few that are in lamb. That'll be nice, won't it? It'd be lovely to see some lambs in the spring. Still on the lookout for that Yule log for this year. Everything's just a little bit too damp and mossy, or it's too big to fit in my fireplace. I'm not finding anything at the moment. What would be really nice is if I could find something where the caretakers of these fields actually cut down an ash tree or an oak tree or part of an ash tree or oak tree, and there'd be some of the wood. That was the plan yesterday, but people with log burners have already nicked them all. So I'll keep searching. There's a cluster of oak galls on there, look, 4 of them. All in one place. Those galls are marble galls, the ones that they used to make ink out of in the olden days. And they're right below this lovely little display of fungus, which I think is cauliflower. They cut back a load of blackthorn here recently as well. All those logs have gone too. Someone is really stocking up their log burner. I'm not going to cut anything off a living tree, but my options for a Yule log are slowly diminishing. Might have to go out into some actual woods and have a look. These are looking better. These are all blackthorn here by the looks of it. What have we got over here? Now then, that's looking pretty good. How big are these logs here? Let's have a look at this one underneath. That's looking quite nice. Oh, no. It's nice, but it's way too big for my fireplace. Can't they cut anything up small? I can't see anything here that'll do. So it's nice to know there's another pile here. Worst comes to the worst, I'll have to come over with one of my little Japanese saws or something and saw a bit off the end. But it's good to know there are still a few piles of logs around that haven't been found by the log burning fraternity. Let's have a look down in this woody area. Always love this tree. It's one of my favourites. It's beauty, isn't it? What a corking gnarly tree. Let's have a look down here. It's mostly oak and cherry down here. We'll keep looking. Something will turn up before Christmas. Although technically it's Yule tomorrow. It's the winter solstice tomorrow, the 21st. So I really ought to have something in place for that. Just you can't force it, can you? It'll happen if it happens. Hello fairies. I think I found it. I've got a nice piece of oak here. It's not rotten. It's quite fresh heartwood in there. It's obviously one that came down, I think, in the storms recently and broken several places, and it's big enough to fit in my fireplace. It just shouted out to me, I'm your Yule log. So you, matey, are coming home with me to dry out, all ready to go on the fire tomorrow. Happy days. It's the 21st of December. It's the winter solstice, so merry Yule, happy Yule if you celebrate such things, and have a blessed solstice. Actually, I'm not having quite such a blessed one, because I've got my second cold in 10 days. I think it's probably picked up from the second school I played Father Christmas at. So I'm feeling a bit rough. It's not going to stop me getting out with the dog, but my voice is starting to pack in altogether, and I've got quite a hacking cough, which is really annoying. But I shall carry on walking for as long as my body lets me, and we'll see how we get on. Oh, incidentally, if you hear any wind noise, I haven't got the microphone on this time either. I've tried a couple of bits of filming using the microphone over the last couple of days, but unfortunately with a scarf around my neck, there's not many easy places to put the microphone. It just isn't working. So I think I might have to wait until the weather gets a little bit better before I start using that remote mic regularly. There's a jay on the ground there, and he's letting me get unusually close, because we all know how skittish jays can be. Normally I can't get near them, especially with a dog. But he's, I assume he's either hungry or he's got a bit more used to people, because he's actually letting me get very close. Well, not anymore though, he's off. But what a treat. Oh, there's a whole bunch of new decorations on the tree. I think the local primary school have been busy. Wow, look at these. Aren't they great? We've got bears and pandas, and these are wonderful. Look at them. Loads of them. Fabulous. Just looking at the sheep here, quite a lot have got tupping marks. Those blue marks you can see on the necks and backs. That means the ram's been to them. So yes, I think we are definitely going to see some lambs in the spring, which would be lovely. And they're definitely getting braver. Look how close they are to me here now, look. It's lovely. If you've enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing, or click on some of these links to look at some of the other videos on the channel, or press the like button, or leave a comment. It would be lovely to hear from you. Any combination of those four things would be wonderful. Thank you very much.